Good morning, Dragons, and welcome to the Carroll High School Veterans Day Virtual Assembly. While we are unable to have our veterans in attendance in person with us today, we would like to start by recognizing them for their incredible sacrifices and dedication to our great nation. To begin our virtual assembly, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Augustus Shockley.
Please join me in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem performed by Anna Claire Schurler.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Anna Claire, for your rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. We're absolutely amazed every single year by the ability of our Dragons to provide such excellence in one of the toughest songs in the world to sing. With a variety of notes from top to bottom, our students are able to overcome that and provide an excellent rendition, just as Anna Claire has today. Thank you again for singing the Star-Spangled Banner. I am deeply honored to be hosting today's virtual event at Carroll High School. We are lucky as we gather to recognize and remember our veterans throughout this nation's history. America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and our many reservemen who have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. I'd like to extend a thank you to all of our current and former military personnel who are viewing our celebration, including several of our faculty members. Thank you for joining us virtually on this wonderful day as we honor your service to our country. Veterans Day is both a somber and a joyful celebration for all Americans. We get to honor our men and women who have given of their time, youth, strength, endurance, and family separation to serve our country. We pay profound tribute to the men and women who have given their ultimate sacrifice, their lives, to secure our safety and freedom of our nation and that of the world. Finally, we stand together to embrace and celebrate the dedication and valor of men and women of today, active and reserve, who are standing watch around the world, linked to this proud legacy as we fight the global war on terrorism and secure the safest homeland we could ever imagine and have. We truly appreciate you and your service to each of us and to our country. To paraphrase Thomas Paine, those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must undergo the fatigue of supporting it. Some of our viewers have borne and burdened and experienced the fatigue of waging war. in order to bring about peace and safety to each of us. To each of you, we say thank you. Thank you for setting an example that inspired many to raise their hands in service to this great nation. For those that may not have served, I simply ask that you never forget to say thank you and share your appreciation for each and every one of these service members. Veterans, again, we will always welcome you to CHS, and we thank you for your service and your sacrifice from these students, this school, and this community. For those who have not served in the military, thank you for choosing to share this special day with Carroll High School, and we ask again that you show your support of our heroes, past and present, every time you see them. Shake their hand and thank them for their service. Thank you once again, veterans, and have a wonderful day.
On November of 1919, President Woodrow Wilson declared November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day with the following words. To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations. In such a time of civil unrest and health crisis, it is important for us to think back to those who died for us to live in such a free nation. Although our country is not perfect, many have risked their lives for our freedom of speech, religion, press, etc. Today is their day to be appreciated, loved, and celebrated. To me, Veterans Day is not a day of loss and sadness. It is a day to celebrate our loved ones who served for us. Today, November 11th, is a day to show our appreciation for all those in any branch of the armed forces and thank them for our forever debt for their heroic actions. Although many say thank you for your service in order to show their gratitude today, I encourage you to do more, because that's not enough. Get to know a veteran, ask about their life, get to know their time in the service, and tell them that you appreciate them, truly. Live every day as if it were today, and show your thankfulness to those heroes every day. Thank you. Thank you for volunteering your time. Thank you for volunteering your body. Thank you for volunteering your life for me to live in such a great nation. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you from all of us.
Carroll Student Council is proud to welcome our Veterans Day guest speaker, Mr. Craig Williams. Mr. Williams served as a naval aviator for over 25 years. Throughout his career, he flew for the Navy in Desert Storm, served on staff for Senator John McCain, commanded 2 FA-18 squadrons, and served in 8 separate deployments. Today, he will be sharing with us some of his thoughts about his time in the military and the meaning of Veterans Day. Please welcome Mr. Craig Williams.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Not sure when you guys are going to watch this, but I'll start by saying Happy Veterans Day. I was invited by Mr. Giamanco, your principal, Miss Milhorn, one of your teachers, and Sarah Ali to come and speak to you all. Unfortunately, it won't be in person. I much prefer that, but we will do the best we can. And I know I've spoken at a couple of, the elementary school and the middle school, so hope I don't repeat myself and bore you guys. So my intent is to show some photos, a couple slides to help break up the monotony of staring at me. But I will start by showing you this right here. This is my very last flight in the Navy, and had a wonderful opportunity. But in this day, I was asked several questions by Sarah Ali, and so what I thought I'd do is go through those questions a little bit different than what we've done in the past. So her first question was, how was your experience in the military? I will tell you that I could ask for nothing greater than the privilege of serving a cause greater than myself and oneself. And I do mean privilege. I got to serve our nation to not only protect our freedoms and ideals, but to help other nations in need. I had the incredible opportunity to become a naval aviator flying F-18s for 25 years. I served in both peacetime and combat and couldn't have asked for a more exciting or rewarding career. I experienced everything from dodging surface-to-air missiles and anti-aircraft artillery back in Desert Storm to conducting a flyby for the opening ceremony of the World Series when the New York Yankees and Atlanta Braves played for the all-century team of baseball back in 1999. Some other things I got to do. I served up on Capitol Hill on the staff of Senator John McCain. He was also a naval aviator. He got shot down in Vietnam, served as a POW for 5.5 years. You may have heard of him. I commanded a couple of F-18 squadrons and a carrier air wing that you actually see behind me on that aircraft carrier, which was an absolute privilege. Went on 8 deployments over the career, which included port visits around the globe, places like Italy, France, Spain, United Arab Emirates, UK, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Japan, Singapore, to name a few. Sadly, one of the most difficult things I experienced though while serving in the military was presenting our national emblem, the American flag, to the widows and families of friends I've lost while serving. It's a very unfortunate part of our business, but it is a reality. So that was kind of my big picture experience in the military. We'll go into a little bit more. Next question Sarah had was, did the military change my perspective on life? If so, how? I will tell you that I learned 2 things in particular. The most important values I learned while serving in the military is freedom is not free, as alluded to by the information I just presented to you. And life is precious, for tomorrow is not guaranteed. knowing the individual serving beside you has your back and won't let you down, teaches you the meaning of trust and commitment. So pretty special people serving in the military. What does Veterans Day mean to me? Well, first of all, I just want to make sure that you all understand the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day is unique from Memorial Day. Memorial Day recognizes those who have served in uniform and given and paid that ultimate sacrifice of their own life. We recognize them in May, typically the last Monday in May. Veterans Day is unique in that it recognizes all those who have worn the uniform. Doesn't matter what service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and every one of them has taken the oath, and they raise their right hand and they swear to support and defend the nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And in essence, they've signed a blank paycheck to our nation, willing to give their life in defense of our freedoms and ideals. So Veterans Day is pretty special. You'll see folks all over, from folks who served a year or those who served 30 plus years. Why did I join the military? That's the next one. I chose to join the military because, in fact, I about your age in high school, was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I thought engineering or architecture are the two areas of study I enjoyed. Math was something I enjoyed as well. So I was looking at engineering and architecture, and I went and saw an air show where these blue and gold jets were flying by. And lo and behold, it was called the Blue Angels. Perhaps some of you have heard of them. They've been out here at Alliance Airport quite a few times, and they put on a fantastic air show. And I looked at that and I said, that looks very cool. I want to see what it takes to do that, to actually go out there, to get paid to fly a fighter. You know, couldn't imagine that. So I looked into it, asked how you ended up doing that. A couple of real basic things, but you got to get your college degree, become an officer in the Navy or Marine Corps. Upon graduating from college, you have to take a couple of tests, both physical and mental aptitude, to make sure you will have a high probability of success in the program. And there are a few different ways to do that. You can go to a regular college and then say, hey, I want to go be a Navy or Marine Corps pilot, and go through the process. You can join a college that has a ROTC program, which is Reserve Officer Training Corps. That's where you're going to a normal school, but they have a military affiliate. And about once a week, you wear your uniform. And in the summers, you go through some training. But upon graduation, you are commissioned an officer in the Navy or Marine Corps. And then the last one was the Naval Academy, which every student receives a full scholarship, if you will. But the Naval Academy, it's a full education, and upon completion, once again, you're designated an officer in the Navy or Marine Corps. And so as aviation was of interest to me, I applied to both the Naval Academy and the Air Force Academy. And very, very fortunate to have an option to go to either one of those. And after a lot of soul searching, the whole story in itself, I ended up choosing the Naval Academy and have never looked back. So I ended up majoring in math at the Naval Academy, and really, really enjoyed my time there. All right, next question. How did the military affect me? Learned a lot, I will tell you, and the impact on me was significant. I learned values such as discipline, integrity, teamwork, servant leadership, sacrifice, courage, to name a few. The other impact to me were the people. The impact was, sorry, English teacher, Miss Milhorn. The other impact to me were people you met during your career, and very, very special relationships, serving with them both in peace and combat, knowing that they were willing to make the sacrifices for you if need be. And they were one of those special aspects of serving in the military. So pretty special. Why is joining the military? This was the last question she had, but why is joining the military a positive option for graduates? As I stated in my opening comments, serving in the military and making the sacrifices for our nation is special. You're thrown together in some type of unit, whether in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, with a bunch of folks, all make shapes and sizes. You didn't necessarily know any of these folks ahead of time, but you become a very tight, cohesive, capable unit serving as an effective fighting force. I thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me today. I'd ask that you thank those that are serving our nation, and not just those serving in the military, but folks like your teachers, firemen, policemen, first responders. Thank all those folks who are serving a cause greater than themselves. Most important takeaway from today, though, you got to get 31 days from today is the most important football game of the year. Army-Navy, and I need you guys to help me out. So when you watch that game, you're pulling for Navy. So go Navy, beat Army. Have a great day, and thank you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Please stand for a moment of silence. Today's moment of silence is dedicated to our fallen soldiers.